Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, we are from Group 7. Our documentary review is about how fast fashion adds to the world's clothing waste problem. So, our group members is Muhammad Zaini Arif bin Badli, Nur Hashimah binti Anwar Seriram, Putri Nur Syawani binti Raini, and Nur Aina Afika binti Zulkarnain. Next. So this is our table of contents. And for summary, the video told about where do all old clothes really end up. Some retailers want our clothes and some are competing with charities. They will take curtains, jeans, even old underwear. Unfortunately, many leftovers, the stuff no one wants, even the store cannot sell. One warehouse more than 200,000 pounds of textile waste each week, and that is just around Toronto. 85% and end up in landfills. Last few years, some of the biggest names in business like Levi's, Nike, Adidas and Zara have started a recycling program, but none go as far as H&M. They will take anything by saying turn your old clothes into new garments. All the stuff they cannot sell at their stores, they will sell it to middlemen. Nairobi, Kenya is the country at the top of the list when it comes to buying old clothes. They buy more than $20 million of our old clothes, and if people do not buy the clothes, they will just dump it by burning it. Thus, South Africa's representative, Abisha Tembo, banned the second-hand clothing.
For the introduction, fast fashion can be defined as affordable and impulsive clothing that imitate concepts from the runway show or celebrity culture and is swiftly transformed into clothing in street shops to fulfill consumer demand. Fast fashion can also be considered as the mass market retail rapid production of stylish, new cloth designs that are continuously changing and affordable to market. Fast fashion goal is to get the newest style on the market as quickly as possible so that purchasers may get them while they are still trendy. Unfortunately, they will abandon those clothes only after a few years. It demonstrates that repeating the same outfit over and again is phony fashion, and if you want to keep current, you must wear the most up-to-date look as soon as they become readily accessible. Fast fashion was widely known previously to the 1980s when fashion was quite slow. We had to acquire our own material, including such fur or leather, then we need to prepare and weave them and lastly transform them into clothing. Sewing machines were introduced during the Industrial Revolution and make the producing clothes become easier, faster and much less costly. Lastly, fast fashion has consequences for the planet, workers, animals and consumers, such as fast fashion can put pressure on manufacturers to cut costs and shorten manufacturing period, which indicate environmental aspects are more likely to be sacrificed.
For defining and framing issues, first is trends in current practices. So for the issue, some retailers want unwanted clothes and home textile to do a campaign for recycling. The goal is to collect old clothing and shoes for sorting and processing. Many leftovers the stuff no one wants, even the stores cannot sell. Not all the clothes make it to the donation bin. 85% end up in landfills, and most donated clothes are shipped overseas and sold there. For example, in Nairobi, Kenya. So if people do not buy the clothes, they will burn it and it will cause air pollution.
Next solution. First, consumers can start buying from sustainable and ethical fashion brands. Second, buying less clothing and extending the life of your current apparel. Third, customers can conduct research on products before purchasing them to ensure that they are sourced and produced in a sustainable manner.
For the nature of employment, the nature of an employment work is the best defined as the type of work that organization or individual does. For the issue, in this documentary, they show that H&M always producing something new, which can be unhelped to the recycle program that they run. H&M sell people tell that the new clothes uh, come out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Besides that, H&M also had an ad campaign, namely cut your jeans into pieces and make the new jeans out of them. The program make the resident think that it is worth an amazing and great program by look that they are refurbish the clothes and make it to the new look. However, from the recycle program and donation, they are just about 1% that are actually being recycled. Lastly, majority of donation or charity bin are bailed and sold to overseas such as to Kenya and Africa. Kenya is the country at the top of the list to buy old clothes and one of the Canada best customer. They had buy more than $20 million worth of the clothes, even though sometimes Canada pick the very old item that not suitable to sell. They will sell the clothes to the resident. However, the clothes that didn't get to sell will get dumped. As the solution, H&M should consider to reducing in produce something new. This is because in order for the fast fashion outlet to recycle what they make, it will take 12 years to recycle what they sell in 48 hours. This can cause the problem by making them too much or to selling it cheap and it is disposable clothing.
Next, relate to the documentary. There are three chapter that relate to the documentary that we study. First, ethics, which is in chapter 5. Ethics is code of moral principles and values that governs the behaviors of a person or group with respect to what is right or wrong. There are two types of ethics. One, ethical behavior, and two, unethical behavior. For unethical behavior, there are examples such as personal ego, greed, and pressure to increase profit. In the video we study, there are two persons that we look that they are great. First, most people enjoy to buy more clothes than enough. Uh, they want to look more fashion, and they too much obsessed in trend. So it can lead to fast fashion. Second, some business sold donated clothes to gain profit, which is when the people donate to their stores, they the people hope that their old clothes get donated to someone in need. But some business sold their donated clothes to gain the profit. Second chapter is managing startup and new ventures. This is in chapter 6. A sole proprietorship, also known as individual entrepreneurship, single trader, or simply proprietorship, is an unincorporated business held solely by one person. Next, common business around the world because it's easy to start and few legal requirements. In the video, we can take example in Nairobi, Kenya. There are many sole proprietorship in there. It said that around 30,000 kilometers away, business run in there. They also call all clothes that they receive as mitumba, which is mean all in their culture. Next slide. For the last chapter that relate to the documentary is planning and goal setting, which is in chapter 7. Goal refer to the desired future circumstance of condition that the organization attempt to realize. Plan is a blueprint for goal achievement, specifying the necessary resources, allocation, schedule, tasks, and other action. When goal and plan be mixed, it's mean as planning. Planning is determining the organization goals and defining the means for achieving them. We took example from the video. biggest companies such as Levi's, Nike, Adidas, Zara, and H&M start recycling clothes program. They hoping that people who donate to their stores, they can donate them to the people in need. So, uh, however, in H&M company, they set a plan and a mission. So, their plan is they they want to make our old jeans become a new jeans in the future. So, how to achieve them? They providing donation meals in their store, and they take any kind of clothes. So when the money from selling to the middleman donate to UNICEF, and they hoping that the money can save the people indeed. Thank you.
Next conclusion. To conclude from the documentary, non-recyclable clothing will be sent to Kenya to be sold to the Kenyan people. The problems become even more complex when Kenyans refuse to buy garments and instead throw them away or burn them. Money ethics teach about the nature of a person who shifts toward the next purchase, and there are three primary contents in the documentary that can be linked to management concept, managing startup and new ventures, and planning and goal setting. Next slide. Here's some recommendation to cope with fast fashion. First, the company can do is continuously improve practice and policies that ensure that availability, sanitation, as well as practices and policies that promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full productive employment, and decent work for all employees and suppliers. Second, improve practice and policies that encourage inclusive and sustainable industrialization and innovation while also building resilient infrastructure. Third, ensure that all women and men have equal access to inclusive, equitable, high quality and affordable technical and policy to promote employee well-being and avoid death and mortality throughout the company's supply chain. Lastly, the United Nations also encourage the improvement of practices and policies that promote the efficient and long-term sustainable and use of natural resources while minimizing negative environmental impacts, improve climate change, reducing strategies and policies.
Lesson that we get from the documentary. First, we know that fast fashion is one of world pollution. It called as fashion pollution. Uh, so, to reduce the fast fashion, which is a world pollution, first people can donate their old clothes to charity or consignment store, or donate them to people in need personally. Second, people also should less on buying new clothes and do not follow trends so much, because they should wear the clothes so that they are main, they are not waste on them. And lastly, when they follow this uh, this waste, the percentage world pollution by fashion will reduce. Mm, that's all from us. Thank you.